Right, hi guys, right, as you know, please check my other video description. In the description, okay, is a video how to isolate your electric, okay? And doing this is for a competent person only. You're not to alter wiring or any circumstances, consult an electrician. But to change a light switch if you're competent, okay? Now, I'm going to quickly show you these instructions and I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, I'm going to pause on each one for 2 seconds. So if you need to pause it, you can pause it and look at the instructions. So this is one way, okay, one gang, one way, okay? This is one gang, two way, okay? Then we have two way, and oh, sorry, two gangway, two way, right? Three gang, two way. And finally, the big details. Now please as well take note on these instructions, okay? Right, here it's telling you, right, the codings for each cable. So the blue or black, obviously this one, red or brown, the clear one, and the green yellow sleeving is obviously the earth, okay? Right, so please pay attention to which cables go in the right manner. Next, I'll show you me changing a dimmer switch to a normal light switch. Right, guys, well the first thing we'll do, I mean I've semi-loosened this and I've already checked it, but just, you know, just make sure, even though you've turned the power off and you've checked my description video the other way, how to turn the power off, right? Just make sure it's definitely off, okay? You can obviously get other electrical screwdrivers, but as long as you're happy with that, we'll do that. I'll undo the rest. Alright. I can be a bit fiddly towards the end of the bits. That's what, rather than bore you for too long, I'll try to get it semi-ready. This dimmer switch was knackered and it flickers, and to be honest with you, it costs more electric having dimmer switches. I mean, if you want to put one back on, obviously go for it, but same difference. Now, if we get here quite close, look, okay, right, here is the L1, right, the L1. This, on the other hand, is the L. Let's just undo this one. Sorry, it's very fiddly to get a good video. And it's done, right. Okay, right, so we've got a new one as well. This is a 1 or 2 gang. Hopefully you can see L1, L2 and L. Alright, so we'll unpackage this obviously a bit from the back. Not completely, but we'll unpackage it a little bit. Alright, then we'll loosen the L1. Let's get ready for it to go in. Then we'll loosen the live. Alright, so we'll reference back to the instructions, okay? So we know the red or brown goes in the normal L. So we'll straighten this slightly. We insert, exposing no cables, unlike the switch I took off, which obviously wasn't correctly fitted. But we'll insert the red there. Obviously with a two-way light switch and a 3 gang and that side of things, it's obviously a different format. This is a one way, okay? I'm not liking the look of this one, how they've left this cable. to be honest with you. I'm going to pause this quickly because I'm going to alter this because I'm not happy about that's dangerous. Right, back here guys, right now I've clipped this cable better. Okay, so we'll get it. Now we can clip that in there, so all that copper, you don't want copper hanging out of this, that's the last thing you want. You want copper going all the way in, but not hanging out at all. Right, that is all in and done, and in the next clip I'll show you how to screw it in. Right, make sure your screws line up, right, and these little lugs here, okay, these lugs here, they're going to move a little bit, right, and this is what the screw screws into potentially, okay, it's what it screws into, but initially, when it first gets a bite, it's a bit wobbly, alright. I'm just showing you this, so you understand when you put it in, it is going to move a bit. So now we're coming to our face plate, alright, now that's where we have to move it, okay, and if we go to the side, can be fiddly, but you have to sort of line them up with the holes. Just get a finger turn for the start. Just a quick finger turn, alright. And then this one's a bit more trickier, this side. Okay, right, so we got, make sure that one's not trying to get the cable in the way, it's not in the way. We'll line it up. Get it in there on a finger turn, then we'll check to see that's popped out already, it's not gone in. That's what I mean, these are a bit fiddly when you first get them, that's why you need to get the threads on first before you do one up. Right, that now has got, okay, so now all it is doing the threads up. Get as much as we can, and then we just screw it all back. And where you have movement, all right, on the lugs, this is the part where you can square it up still because you have movement. If we do it fully tight, all right, we can then square it up so it's nice and straight, and we'll do the final pinch turn. Ideally keep the screws in line, all right, just looks neater rather than having the screws at a different angle, doesn't it? That's still a bit wobbly. Oh, that's got it. Right, so there we have it. So now all we got to do is switch it back on. Guys, I've now gone back, turn the electric back on from the fuse board. Yet again, please look at that other video, how to use your fuse board to do this correctly. Right, so now we have lift off. It works on, off, on, off, on, off. Job done.